is a house built out of stone. Wooden floors, walls, and windows.
When we think about someone having this problem, we think that in terms of 4 factors. One is excessive acquisition. Individuals with this problem acquire large amounts of possessions. They shop at yard sales and bring all manner of this and that home. They shop at big box stores and buy extras, so you can go into their home and find stack after stack of paper towel or toilet paper or diet sodas. The second factor that suggests that maybe someone has this problem is the difficulty they have discarding. While people who hoard save the same things we do, they often have trouble discarding things, many times that we think are of limited value or usefulness.
Are you saving just the things that are important?
Well, they're kind of all important. They're not.
What was that? Was that jewelry?
No, we're Wiccan.
Oh, okay. That donate?
Yeah.
Okay. What about this?
We can donate that. I use that a lot, but
Donate
I
it?
don't need it.
Kind of makes me sad to let the dollhouse go. This was my son's room, and he painted these 2 pictures, so I can't let them go because that's kind of like having Perry here. I would just look through the trash to make sure that things were rescued that needed to be rescued.
We're gonna keep the bike? I'd like the bike cleaned up and new tires. I've never even got to ride it.
Would you be willing to clean it up? Because I don't know who else would clean it
A
up.
bike shop?
Do you have money to pay a bike shop to do that?
Not today.
I'm artistic, and so someone else will see trash, and I see potential.
What the hell is it?
This is going to be a pillow cover. This here is aluminum foil, and it works great for cleaning wood and cleaning metal before you paint it. It's a peanut butter jar, and I like to paint glass, so I thought I might paint that jar. These are tags off of clothes and stuff, and I would like to make a collage and sew it. I want to design them into a wall hanging.
I understand. What the hell is this?
This is part of a little duck, and I actually thought I might make this little duck for Chandra's baby. You just never know when you might need a wheel. I repair things.
They can be highly isolated and have very few contacts throughout the day and the week.
This is a day away from your grandkid right here. We don't need any of this. This is going. This is all days from your grandkids. Let's give this to the Goodwill.
Buying too much is unmanageable now.
That is garbage. It is useless. Piece of garbage. Throw it away, please. I'm begging you.
Ben, it's not that easy when it's your
I know
stuff.
it's not easy, but, you know, you don't need it. Get rid of it. If she blows it today, then I'm done. You want to live like this? Go live somewhere else.
What are you talking about?
They're air fresheners, and they were marked down. Wait a minute. They were really marked down.
99 cents.
99 cents, and then there was like a 75-cent coupon. I mean, they were basically paying me to take them out of the store. So how could I not purchase them?
Tell me, if you were walking through someone else's house, if this is not evidence of hoarding, tell me what would be.
Well, I don't believe I'm a hoarder. I sell.
No, I ask you, at what point
At
you
what
believe, if this isn't hoarding, what would be? What would you have to walk into and see in order for you to say, that person's a hoarder?
People that don't take out their trash, they would have paper cups and candy wrappers and junk all over the floors. And I mean, really trash. I take out my trash. I take out my recycling. I take out my compost. I don't have cat feces all over. I do have a cat. I have cat hair all over. But I don't have dead cats underneath stuff. Really, I had someone, I know you guys think this is funny, but you haven't lived my life for the last 30 years. It's been really hard.
When the gods came around to blow me down.
I'm supposed to be in control. They're throwing away stuff that I just bought.
They're throwing it away, for God's sake. They're bagging it up. There's a
Oh,
difference.
bullshit.
That's where you put your cup. That didn't sound good, whoever threw that. Yes, they're throwing my earthly possessions, my treasured things out the window like a bunch of garbage. I lived with that stuff for 10 years. It was, at one point, something important to me. See? Look what a good container they just threw away.
I had a nervous breakdown from just being overwhelmed. The people from my church were supposed to come over and help me take care of my children. And they went through all my drawers. They packed up things and took them up to the attic.
They actually took a lot of our clothes and organized them in bins. So they weren't actually getting rid of anything.
Well, why are these women going through my underwear drawers? I just couldn't get over the fact that they had violated my privacy.
She was so upset that they had helped her that that was the end of it. After that, nothing was leaving the house at all.
I felt like that I had been raped.
Held on as tightly as you held on me.
Going from my family room into what is my kitchen, which doesn't always look like this, but it does right now.
Do you have a lot of socks? Do you have 300 unusable socks?
I don't know. Did somebody come count them? They said the most horrible things to me that anybody could ever say. You wouldn't say them to a stranger.
The whole purpose of the intervention was to address my mom and her attacks on us because she wanted us to get in between their marriage, and was to also address the house. It was not to say, this is all your fault, you did this, you have to fix it. It was merely to say, let us help you. Let us help find a solution to all of this stuff.
This is my fault?
Okay, hold on. Preston, what do you want to say?
This is kind of an argument that we've been dealing with for a while, is that, so you'll have an entire room that's just full of stuff that's not yours, right? And then you'll make a comment about how the room is full of junk, right? And then Mom will point to the one thing in the room that's actually yours and say, well, that's not mine.
Right.
You know, and that becomes the defense for keeping stuff.
You know, hey, this is serious.
I know.
The county can take the house.
Yeah, you watch them do it.
Watch them, yeah, I'll be the VA.
You let me handle it. Heather started this.
No, you did. Are you gonna bring me a pickle?
No, I don't have a pickle. I'm in a pickle.
Okay. This is the living room. This is supposedly a dining room and office area. This would be, there'd be a dining room table right here. It's there, but can't find it. Aquarium back there, can't find it. Kitchen, disaster.
This is the kitchen? Oh my gosh. The cluttered kitchen sink no longer has hot water, so they wash the dishes in the shower. Meals are cooked in this microwave in the garage. Staggering filth, filled with odors so strong they were almost beyond belief.
Surprise! Oh my God, right here. Look at this.
I'm not living anywhere near what would be considered, quote, normal.
Holy mackerel. Look at that. Wow. To get to the basement, I had to climb over the washer, dryer, over the banister, hop, skip, and jump down into the stairwell.
Wow, this is brutal. I need a respirator.
This is so hazardous. Seriously. Oh, Trish. What's above here?
It's literally like one of those abandoned homes in a movie where things are just slowly just caving in, and it's just sad. I just don't understand.
That was my bedroom.
Like it's
in the master bedroom.
completely caving in.
Mm-hmm.
I think this, structurally, the whole thing is going to cave in.
I agree on that one.
It's estimated there are some 10 million hoarders in the United States and millions of children living in the wreckage with them.
Going into the home, your eyes are burning, your nose is running, it smells horrid.
My house is like a jungle because there's a lot of like stuff in the jungle, and I think there's a lot of stuff in our house.
You just get used to it after a while, so it's not like, oh my God, this is crazy, why are we doing this type thing? Right. It's just like natural to us now.
I feel like I'm trapped inside.
There was a period of time when I couldn't go into my room at all because there were so many fleas. I would just walk in and my leg would be covered in fleas. And sometimes when I was sleeping, roaches would crawl on me and wake me up.
My house is filled with clutter that most of it we don't really need or want. And there's stacks of piles of garbage.
This is something that's abnormal. This is a problem.
3rd and 4th grade, when kids started making fun of me, and then they started making up a song about how bad I smelled. I thankfully don't remember the words, but I remember how I felt.
We lose stuff constantly. Like you put it down and you go somewhere and you come back and it's gone. It's very irritating. It makes you very angry. It's kind of really frustrating.
I don't ever remember it being clean.
Ever.
Ever.
When my mom tries to clean up the house, like a lot of it will come right back.
Talking about the refrigerator is the most uncomfortable thing about the whole situation for me.
Why?
Because it was full of rotting food. She would buy me cans of soda, but the smell of the rotting food would be absorbed into the can. And every sip you took, the smell from the can would just fill my nose, and my skin is kind of crawling right now.
So do you have friends over? Can you have people over?
No. No one's allowed in our house. We can't really tell them why. We just say, I'm sorry, we can't let you in.
2 dead cats?
Oh, God.
I was just like, oh, we found another one.
Didn't surprise you anymore?
No, I just feel like I've been kind of desensitized to it.
Can a person become that desensitized?
Yeah, I think so. It's what I've known my entire life.
Do you feel like your mom chose the junk and the garbage over you?
At the time I did. I guess I felt abandoned.
When I asked her if I could have a garage sale, she basically just freaked out on me, was yelling and screaming, and chose the stuff over my feelings.
This little rocker is hard for me to get rid of.
It's extremely stressful. And the more severe the hoard and the earlier it starts in the child's life, the more distress they're going to suffer.
And I don't know why I am the way I am. I mean, if these things I can't say, it makes me feel loved to have these things around me because I hate myself for having all this stuff. Do you understand what I'm saying? I can't even explain it. I can't explain it.
Can you tell me how it makes you feel? Terrible. Uncomfortable. Suffocated. Okay. I want to be free of all this glitter that's taking over my life.
You stopped caring. I don't think so.
Well, you were not treating yourself very well at all. It just really breaks my heart how badly you were treating yourself.
Uh-huh.
That's the thing that sticks out to me, is that you were not treating Karen very well. I can't believe you were living in there. I really worry about you.
Why bother?
What do you mean, why bother?
My goal in life was to take care of my parents at the end. I did my job. I have no goals now.
It sucks. How do you abandon your kids for crap?
No.
How? Somebody tell me how.
I don't know how I've done this to myself, to my husband, to my family, but I do want to change. I want my children to be happy. I don't want them to hate me because in my heart I feel like if I were to die tomorrow and leave all this for them to contend with, that they would end up hating me the rest of their lives.
Another characteristic has to do with the way in which we think about objects and the way in which we organize our lives. Most of us organize our lives categorically. So if we get an electricity bill in the mail, we put it in a category called bills or a category called electricity bills or something. So when we need to find it, we can go to that category and locate it and do whatever we need to do with it. But people who hoard seem, for the most part, to live their lives a little bit differently. Instead of categorically organizing the things in their lives, they tend to organize them visually and spatially. So the organization is by remembering in space where objects are based on when I saw them last. So this problem with categorization is one of the ways in which the processing of information is a little bit different in people who hoard. A person with a hoarding problem will look at an object and focus on all the unusual details of that possession. And those details will have meaning, they'll have importance.
The